Alright, we're going to be playing Geoguessr. I'm going to give you a bunch of details and I'm going to need you to give me the location based off the details I give you. You ready?
Absolutely. I'm ready to play detective. Hit me with the details and let's figure out the location.
So it looks like we are in the US, possibly. Kind of green, it has hills. Roads kind of have two yellow lines in the middle.
All right, green with hills sounds promising. Do you see any specific trees, road signs, or buildings? Anything that might narrow it down?
Yeah, I see a couple hotels, a couple suburbans in the area around the hills. The trees kind of look greenish.
Okay, sounds like it could be somewhere in the Midwest or the East Coast. Are there any hotel names, highway signs, or even the style of the buildings that might give more clues?
One of the signs says New Star Way as one of the road names, or Golden Gate Canyon Road.
Interesting. The Golden Gate part makes me think of California, specifically near San Francisco, but the green hills don't fully match that urban vibe. Are there any other signs, like a state route number or a highway marker?
I went with California and it ended up being Denver.
Denver makes sense. Green hills, suburban vibes, and hotels, it fits.
I will let you know that we are on a 2-minute time limit.
Got it. Let's work fast. What's the next set of clues?
Alright, so this one looks like we're in a different country. Young Auto Shop is one of the signs I see first.
All right, different country and an auto shop. Do you see any languages on the signs, license plates, or distinguishing features of the buildings or cars?
I see an A with a dot in the middle.
An A with a dot in the middle sounds like it could be Scandinavian, possibly Sweden or Norway. Are there any other letters or details nearby, like the shape of road signs or the style of the buildings?
There's a white circle sign that has a cross across it that's also white with a blue background in the middle.
That sign sounds like a Scandinavian or Nordic road sign, often seen in Sweden or Norway. The white circle with a cross and blue background is typically used to indicate restricted zones, common in those countries. Based on what we have so far, I'd lean towards Sweden. Let me know if you spot any other hints.
What part of Sweden?
If we're in Sweden, and it's a more rural or suburban area with an auto shop, green spaces, and some development, it could be around southern Sweden.
I'm going for that. Oh, it was in Tokyo.
That was a curveball. Auto shop and signage really threw it off. Let's recalibrate for the next round.
A lot of vehicles. It looks like a lot of license plate signs are yellow, or orange is yellow.
Yellow or orange license plates often point to countries like Colombia or the Netherlands. With lots of green trees and vehicles, it might lean toward a more tropical climate like Colombia. Do you see any mountains, road signs, or language clues to help narrow it down?
I'm currently in a parking lot. 1 second. I see a sign that says Baggy Stort, or S-T-O-R-T.
Baggy Stort sounds like it could be in the Netherlands or another Dutch-speaking region. The Netherlands is known for its yellow license plates, and if the area has lots of green trees, it could fit. Are there any other signs or nearby architecture that confirms a Dutch vibe?
Where would the Netherlands be?
The Netherlands is in Western Europe, bordered by Belgium to the south and Germany to the east. It's a small country with flat terrain and is famous for windmills, canals, and tulips. If you're seeing clues pointing that way, it's worth dropping your guess near cities like Amsterdam or Utrecht.
It was in New York.
New York? Wow, they got us again with those tricky details. The mix of international sounding names and yellow plates definitely threw us off.
Okay, so first sign I see, it says Heat, H-E-T, Wink, E-L-T-G-E.
Het and wink strongly suggest Dutch or Flemish language roots, which point us toward the Netherlands or Belgium. The structure of Elfrid feels distinctly Dutch. Are there any other signs, landmarks, or road details to help narrow it down?
There's a license plate that's orange, but it has a blue mark on the side of it.
An orange license plate with a blue mark on the side is often a European Union style plate, which typically includes a country code. This detail reinforces the Netherlands as a strong possibility. The blue mark would have the NL code if it's Dutch. Let's focus the guess on the Netherlands, possibly a smaller town outside the major cities.
Maybe like Brutes or Brooks.
If you're thinking Brutes or something similar, it might sound like Bruges, which is actually in Belgium, not the Netherlands. Bruges is a well-known city with Dutch influence, and Flemish is spoken there. The language and license plate clue could match Belgium as well. I'd suggest a guess near Bruges or a border region between Belgium and the Netherlands.
I'm gonna go for Best.
Solid choice. Best is a town in the Netherlands, so that fits the language and license plate clue. Let me know how close you get.
We were right. We were about 40 miles out.
Nice. That's a solid guess, especially in a tough round like this.
I am going to up the time to 4 minutes so that I can have time to talk to you and move around. We are definitely in America. I see American flags. We are in a suburban area. Really green grass.
American flags and suburban green grass? That's a great start. Do you see any state or city-specific signs, license plates, or business names? Maybe even the style of houses could give a regional vibe.
I see a sign that says Rocky Top Reality.
Rocky Top is a big clue. It's strongly associated with Tennessee, especially around Knoxville. It's a nickname for the area, and there's even a famous song about it. I'd focus your guess near Knoxville or eastern Tennessee. See any other signs or clues to confirm?
1 sec. So trees are dead, so I'm guessing it's kind of like fall.
Dead trees in a fall setting could narrow it down further. Let me know what the real sign says. It might just lock in the exact location.
The road sign says Turtle PT.
Turtle PT might not be a major landmark, but combined with Rocky Top, it still leans toward Tennessee. The fall setting and suburban vibe reinforce that region. Are there any highway numbers or larger directional signs nearby to pinpoint it more accurately?
Yep, I'm coming up on a sign that says Enjoy Summer Living in Deer Creek.
Deer Creek could be a community or neighborhood name, which is common in suburban areas. It doesn't confirm a specific state yet, but combined with Rocky Top, I'd still stick with Tennessee as the best guess.
All right, we got 50 seconds before we choose Tennessee. I am up on a highway sign, and it says Red Roof Inn.
Red roof inns are common across the U.S., so it doesn't change much. With 50 seconds left, Tennessee near Knoxville still feels like the best bet based on Rocky Top and the suburban clues.
All right, it was in Tennessee. It was in Crossville.
Nice. Crossville is still in Tennessee, so we were definitely on the right track.
All right, it looks like we just got dropped into a underground subway, and it looks almost like Tokyo.
All right, underground subway. Check for station names, maps, or advertise. These usually scream the city's identity. Any distinct colors, languages, or symbols on the walls?
I see Tokyo signs. I also see a sign that says TOBU.
Got it. Tobu is a well-known railway and subway company in Japan operating in Tokyo and surrounding areas. This is almost certainly Tokyo. Look for station names or other signs to confirm, but it sounds like a safe guess to drop the pin there.
Yeah, it was in Tokyo.
Great work. 12 miles is solid for a big city like Tokyo.
Alright, so it dropped us down into another suburban area. It kind of has, some houses have orange roofs that kind of look like New Mexico. I don't think it's New Mexico though.
Orange roofs could hint at Mediterranean or southwestern architecture. If it doesn't feel like New Mexico, it might be in southern states like Arizona or even somewhere in Europe. Any clues like languages, vegetation, or signs to narrow it down?
I see a neighborhood sign that says Sterling Gates. It's English.
Sterling Gates and English signage suggest it's likely in the United States. Combine that with the orange roofs and suburban vibe, it could be somewhere in the Sun Belt, like Arizona or California. Do you see any additional clues like street signs or landscapes that can confirm?
I see hills in the background, far off in the distance, like mountains, I should say. No, not mountains, hills.
Hills in the distance and orange roofs point even more toward the southwestern U.S., possibly Arizona or California. Are there any other road signs or markers nearby to confirm?
There's another road sign that says Cambridge Road.
Cambridge Road keeps it generic, but still fits the U.S. vibe. With the hills, orange roofs, and suburban setting, I'd narrow it down to Arizona near Phoenix or maybe Southern California near Los Angeles. Let's go with one of those and see how close we get.
I'll go for Arizona, Phoenix. It was an Aklan.
It sounds like you're trying to say aqua, but I'm not
No.
sure how it fits here. Could you clarify or give me a bit more context?
It's in Hamilton.
Ah, Hamilton, that's quite a curveball. Definitely far from Arizona. The
Yeah.
orange roofs and hills were tricky this time.
Okay, I see brick. This is a neighborhood. Brick roads, red brick roads. Got some trees, kind of yellowish, greenish.
Brick roads with yellow-green trees give a historic or older town vibe. This could be somewhere in the US, like Charleston, Savannah, or even in Europe, like the Netherlands or Belgium. Do you see any signs, flags, or languages nearby to help narrow it down?
It's definitely in the US. I see a lot of English.
Got it, US with brick roads and English signs. That leans toward historic cities like Charleston, Savannah, or even Boston.
I see a sign in the yard that says for sale, one trust. The rest is kind of blurry.
A for sale sign with one trust sounds like a real estate company, but it doesn't pinpoint a location just yet.
Coming up on another sign, and it says kind of hard. It's kind of hard to. It's kind of blurry.
No worries, blurry signs can be tough.
I found a family and children's center. It's a red building.
A family and children's center might point toward a small to mid-sized U.S. town, possibly in a suburban or historic area. Combined with the brick roads and yellow-green trees, it could still be in places like Charleston or Savannah.
I found a building that says Technology Center, a wing technology center.
A technology center, or something mentioning technology, could be near a university or in a city. Does the architecture or any other detail match a campus vibe?
It says Wing Technology Center.
The Wing Technology Center could be tied to a university or tech hub. Given the brick roads and English signs, this might be a smaller college town or historic city. Do you see any additional signs, like a school name or regional clues, that could narrow it down further? If not, I'd suggest aiming near a college town like Raleigh or Ann Arbor.
I just did a random guess, and it was in Madison, and it landed right next to Minneapolis.
Ah, Minneapolis. That makes sense with the mix of suburban vibes and potential university connection.
I should have been more clear. Only one road was bricked. Everything else is asphalt.
A single brick road mixed with asphalt would definitely have thrown off the historic city vibe.
Okay, so we got a lot of broken down buildings. It does not look like America, but there's a lot of hills in the background. Hey, kind of Mexican feeling.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
It looks like we got a lot of buildings that are kind of broken down. A lot of hills in the background, kind of a lot of hay.
Broken down buildings could point to a more rural or economically struggling area. Do you see any languages, signs, or specific architectural styles?
I see a red circle sign with a red cross that has a white outline and a blue background on a white sign that's...
A red circle with a red cross could indicate a traffic sign, but it's not immediately familiar in the U.S.
Let me rephrase that. This sign is a no trespassing sign, it looks like, but it's circle, red, and it has blue in the background. Red has a white outline on a white sign.
Ah, got it. A red circle with a blue background and white details is a common no parking sign seen in many European countries. This likely means we're in Europe.
I can promise you we are not in Europe.
If we're not in Europe, but the area has a no trespassing or no parking sign with those colors, it could be somewhere in Latin America or another region with international style signage.
I found another sign. Its triangle has a black swerve line, white background with outlines being red, with a 500-meter boy and girl sign.
A triangular sign with a black swerve line on a white background and a red outline typically indicates a warning sign, like slippery roads in many countries. The additional 500 meters with a boy and girl sign could suggest a nearby school zone or pedestrian crossing.
We are currently in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere near schools, by the way.
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later. You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
It was Italy. Hello?
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
Man.